Hey, Junction City Today fans, thanks for joining us again. This is Craig Bielik, your host, right here, joined today with Jackie Price and Janae Francis. And we're going to talk about an event that is coming up Friday, if I've got that right? Friday, February 8th, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, up here at the Argo House on 25th Street, right?
Yes.
Yeah, way more to come about all that. But I think we should kick it off, and maybe you guys could just explain what we've got going on. Right before we went on, right before we came on the air, boy, I'm so articulate today. Before we came on air, you guys were saying this is a pampering extravaganza, right?
Yes.
Yep, it's a free event.
A free event?
For all women.
Wow, for all women. Hey, wait a minute. I don't like that kind of
Okay,
event.
I have some men friends that are coming. So
Okay.
we're women
come
and a
if you
few
want.
men.
So it's a free event for women, pampering. It sounds like it's pampering. Starts at what time?
This goes from 6 to 9.
Okay, PM?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You don't have to come right at 6. You can come whenever it works for you.
Right.
And we'll have lots of fun things. You'll get a skin treatment.
You'll get skin?
Uh-huh.
It's like give you skin?
There's a skin
No skin treatment.
Uh-huh. There's a group hypnotherapy. There's also some life coaches there that will give you good advice.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not familiar with the Argo House, it is on 25th Street, right basically west of Monroe and east of Washington Boulevard there on the south side. It's a fabulous place. You guys really got to check it out. I know you've seen it. You've decided to hold your event there. Jackie, what's your part of this event?
So this part of the event, I will be talking about budgeting
Yeah.
and finances, because a lot of times your mental does not work if your budget and your finances are not working. So
Well, not only that, you can afford a lot more pampering if you budget right. Right?
Exactly.
You're not spending your money on useless stuff. Instead, you're spending it on pampering.
right,
Yeah.
exactly.
So you're gonna have skin treatment there. You're gonna talk about budgeting. You've got group hypnotherapy. What else?
So
We have
we also
massage.
have a massage and an energy healer.
Really? And this is free
Yes.
to just any lady that wants to come. I can't come, obviously. You guys aren't going to let me.
You can
Are you
if
sure?
you
Are you
want.
sure I can't come? I
You
mean,
can. We won't
I
charge
know I'm
you.
a man, but I'm really not much of a man, to be honest.
We would love to have you come. Anyone's welcome.
Is that right? So where do you start with budgeting, Jackie? What's the most common mistake people make with budgeting?
Well, most of the time, people don't even have a budget. They just kind of
Yeah.
live paycheck to paycheck, and then they're so stressed out about everything else that they can't manage life. And it takes over your mental a lot. So
Because you're worried
I
about
have-
money.
Right. So I have a lot of different ways, whether you're young or older, and different ways to budget that are from on your cell phone to a piece of paper, whichever works best for you,
Right.
to get things in order so that your mental will work a lot
Right.
better. So.
I remember when I moved out of my parents' house for the first time. I don't even want to tell you how long ago that was. I did the old thing called the envelope budget. You remember that? So so my rent was $100 a month, and it really was $100 a month. If that gives you any idea how long
That
ago
was
this
a while ago.
So I had 4 envelopes, and because I got paid weekly, so every week I'd take $25 of cash and I would put it into the rent envelope. But because we got paid weekly, what was nice is 4 times a year there was an extra week in
There
there.
you go.
So that became my little savings account. I don't
Yes.
think anybody deals with cash anymore, but you could work it like that, right?
There actually is a system that you can use envelopes. That
Oh, really?
some people it seems to be really good for, because you're just used to using a debit card and all of a sudden you have no money.
Right.
And actually there are some ways that we teach too that are the envelope system if someone wants to track their spending a little bit better.
Yeah.
And sometimes it will help. I know several people that it's helped, and I've even done it myself.
Really? So what do you say to those people that say, like, there's just no way. I mean, you don't understand my bills and everything like that. I can't budget. I just can't.
Everyone can budget. There's
Really?
there's never a no on that. Everyone can budget, even if you budget it on an app that tracks your spending so that
Right.
you can figure it out. I had a couple that said, oh, we can't afford to do anything. We're paycheck to paycheck. And I got them on a mobile app that's called mint.com.
Wow.
And I saved them $300 a month just by them tracking their spending.
Right, right.
And so basically, people just need to figure out where their money is going and how they can manage that the
Mm-hmm.
best, because that in their mental state will help a lot.
Right. Wow, this is great. This is a free event. Again, you guys, February 8th at the Argo House on 25th Street. And it's also a book signing for you, Janae, is that right? That's
Yes.
your book right there.
That's
Don't be
right.
shy. Hold it
Okay,
up. Hold
so
it
I'll
up.
have my book there.
There you go.
And as a special surprise, if you already have my book, you can get a new book that I'll have that will just be debuting that night.
Oh, you're publishing a new book.
Really?
Really?
The new one is just a little thin book that you could use for like a card. If you had to give somebody a birthday card,
Oh,
you could
wow.
give them that little thin book. And it's a story about how people can change.
Oh,
and it's
wow.
called The Telltale Miracle.
Oh, I thought it was going to be called Jackie Makes Your Budget.
No.
It was a story about how people can change. Jackie makes your budget, and here she is. So,
And I have another author that'll be there too, who wrote the book, The Whole of the Whole, and it's about your thinking. So it's how to not take your thinking seriously
yeah.
and to also to have good mental health.
Wow. Okay, so we're going to go over this one more time, then we're going to ask a couple more questions. This is Pampering Extravaganza. It's a free event, and it's Friday, February 8th at the Argo House on 25th Street here in Ogden. It's open to any ladies that would like to come along, any women. Please come on down. You'll get to see Jackie. You'll get to see Janae. You'll get to talk book, and you'll get to talk budget on that sort of thing. So I have another budget question. Are you ready?
Sure.
I'm getting you ready for your event, Jackie.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to. This is boot camp. This
Not
is
my first rodeo. I've done it a few times.
exactly. This is boot camp. How do you talk to people and convince them what's necessary and what's not necessary in the budget?
Well, there's always a want and a need.
Exactly. That's a better way to say that, probably.
And people need to figure that out. If they have to write down their wants
Uh-huh.
and their needs
Right.
and make that decision when they're buying something. I've even had to do it myself.
Right.
To be like, do I really need this? Is this necessary today? And a lot of times I've walked away from purchases because I've decided that
Stopped
was
and
just
thought it through.
it was a want. It wasn't
Yeah.
a need. It wasn't a necessity
Yeah.
that day. So a lot of times people just writing things down,
Mm-hmm.
it makes you think about it. And also to me and my husband kind of started a rule. We have a 24-hour rule. If
Oh,
there's a
really?
big purchase, we have to discuss it, and we have to wait 24 hours to see if that's still the decision that
if
we
you still
want to
feel the
make.
same
If we
way
still
about
feel
it,
the same
right.
way and want
Right.
to make that decision. So on a large purchase, we do that.
Right.
And as a couple, too, a lot of people don't communicate with their spouse about budget.
Right.
They just kind of both spend and not discuss anything, and we have a limit. If it's over $100 and it's not a necessity, then we have to discuss it before the purchase.
That's pretty cool. You have to bring it before the committee and get a
Right,
vote and all that
right,
kind of
exactly.
stuff on it, right?
Right. But
No,
it
I
makes
mean
you
that
think
they
about
say that everybody in the whole world knows that money is one of the major issues in a marriage or any relationship at all. Money comes up because it's a reality, and I like that. Wait 24 hours.
Right.
I'm going to try that with my wife. I'll say, honey, I want this. She'll say, wait 24 hours, and I'll say, really? It's lunch. I mean, yes, and we're going to talk in 24 hours, and we're going to find out if you
if
still
you're
need
still
it.
hungry.
Yes, I'm still hungry. In fact, I'm way hungrier now. No, you're talking about big things.
Big
Like your husband can't go
purchases.
buy a boat
Right.
without
Right.
talking.
Or a TV or a large electronic or something that's not a necessity.
He
at
could
that
buy
time.
Janae's book, though, right?
He could buy Janae's book,
Okay,
but we do have a
maybe he should.
$100 limit of, we have to discuss that before the purchase is made.
Yeah. And does it work pretty well for you guys?
It does.
How long you been married?
12 years,
12 years? Well, it's worked for 12 years so far.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. Are you going to buy Janae's book for him? Does
I
does he
actually
read
have
books?
Janae's
She
book.
already
Oh, you
bought
do?
it.
I do have her book, but
Okay.
I'm going to buy some for gifts.
Okay, yeah.
Because
well,
Mother's Day is coming up, and they would be an amazing
oh, you know what?
gift
You're
for
right.
Mother's Day.
That would be a great book. My mom would. I've told you, Janae, a couple times. My mom would love that book. And she
Right.
said, "Yes, Craig," and I've told you a couple times. Buy it for your mom.
In fact, the first column in my book is about my mom.
Oh.
So it would be super great
That
for
would be a
Mother's
great
Day.
Mother's Day
wow.
gift.
So I didn't really explain that to you earlier, but my book is a compilation of my columns that were in the faith section of the Standard Examiner
Right.
for 6.5 years.
Right, and you built yourself a good, solid readership. I know that because I worked for the Standard, and people would call and ask me about you, that sort of thing. So, all right, Cove, listen up out there, ladies. Pay attention. We got a free event for you, Friday, February 8th. 6 to 8 p.m. at the Argo House. It's free. It's Pampering Extravaganza. Jackie's going to be there. She's going to set your budget. She's going to just do all kinds of nice things. Janae's going to be there. She's going to set your heart, and you're going to have yourself a good time. So we'd love to see you there. Again, it's a free event. What do you got to lose? What do you got to lose? I mean, come on over and check it out. Let Jackie and Janae help you. The J&J team right here, Jackie and Janae.
Right.
Yes.
Yep, and I'm Craig, that doesn't start with a J, and I'm with Junction City Today. Junction starts with a J, and we're
go.
telling you so long, and we'll hope to see you again sometime. Thank you so much.